guys, welcome back to Tea with Sophie. Today we are talking about what I like to call the Irish potato famine that is going on in my household. That's why I've got my nice Irish hat on. I'm going to take it off now because it's giving me hat hair. And I've got a nice kind of kilt type thing going on, which I know is not Irish, it's Scottish, but you know what, my heritage is Scottish. And they're both places that have been colonized by the English. So this will all tie in eventually, don't worry. So today, we're talking about why I can't have potatoes. And this is a big problem for me because my diet is usually fairly rich in potatoes. Long story short, I can't have potatoes because the testosterone blocker that my doctor put me on, called spironolactone, is a potassium-sparing diuretic. And now what that means in lay terms is that it's going to make you pee a lot, but it will keep the potassium in your body instead of your body normally eliminating it like a normal person's would. So that means that your potassium can build up and build up and build up. Now potassium is a very important mineral that your body needs. Most people need about 4,700 milligrams of it, which sounds like a lot per day. Sorry, the cat was drinking. I was wondering what she was doing. But when your body won't eliminate it, it builds up, and that can cause problems with your heart, with your kidneys, so it's not good. So, for a while there, I was eating quite a few potatoes. I like mashed potatoes. I like making french fries. Now, I do typically do it with sweet potatoes, or my favorites are the Japanese sweet potatoes. So I really like that. And I know that the sweet potato has more health benefits to it than a regular potato. But my fiance kept saying, well, potatoes have a lot of potassium in them. And I was just like, yeah, I know. It's a lot of potassium. Then I looked it up. So to give you an idea, a banana is going to have about 400 something milligrams of potassium in it for a normal sized banana. A potato has, this part's going to go on. What does a potato have? So a regular potato can have about 500 something milligrams of potassium in it. A sweet potato has about 300 to 400 milligrams, so it's a lot, but it's still less. But I looked on Google, which is never a very good idea, but it did the kind of conversion thing, and it told me that a normal potato has about 800 something milligrams of potassium in it before it's cooked. After it's cooked, it's like 1,000 something milligrams. So I don't quite know what to believe, but it's a high amount of potassium. And don't forget, my body's not eliminating it properly. Don't forget, my body's not eliminating it properly. So, here's a list of foods that I found that are also high in potassium. More potassium in them than are in bananas. And this is from WebMD. It's a fairly credible source. Cooked spinach, cooked broccoli, potatoes, sweet potatoes, mushrooms, peas, cucumbers, zucchini, eggplant, pumpkins, leafy greens, orange juice, tomato juice, prune juice, apricot juice, grapefruit juice. There's more. Tuna, halibut, cod, trout, rockfish. Who eats rockfish? Lima beans, pinto beans, kidney beans, soybeans, lentils, salt substitute, molasses, nuts, meat and poultry, brown and wild rice, bran cereal, whole wheat bread and pasta. So, that's a lot of things, and that's a very broad spectrum of things that are very high in potassium. WebMD doesn't go into very many details into how much potassium's in each one of them, but I'm sure you can look it up online for how much per serving. But what I really want to get into with this is don't freak out about it like I did. Like, I freaked, and I was like, I can't have any potatoes, anything like that, because I had been eating a lot of them, and I could feel my heart was doing some weird things. So I decided to kind of cut them out mostly. But if you go by that list, it's like, well, what can you eat? So, long story short, don't freak about it like I did. Don't pull a me. Talk with your doctor. They're going to assess your blood levels every few months and look at your blood levels and figure out where your potassium levels are at. So I still have some leeway. But when I eat a lot of it, I can tell it does some weird things to my chest. So I kind of forego it. But always make sure to talk to your doctor about it. And if they're worried, they will tell you. There are also other solutions that you can be on instead of being on spironolactone, but if you're in the States like I am, that's probably the most common one they're going to put you on to start with. It's a very effective testosterone blocker, and it will help get your T levels very low pretty quickly. Mine are negligible, and you can talk to your doctor about it. I know there are other ones that are available. There's some implantable ones that they tend to give teenagers. There's finasteride, which doesn't have that side effect. So if you're worried about it, talk to your doctor. They'll make sure to get you the one that's best for you. So, and now on to the portion of the video called Tea with Sophie. Today, we're drinking a chai tea. Again, not that much to do with Ireland. The only commonality with that is Ireland, Scotland, and India were all colonized by the British at some point. So we're just kind of having the British take over the household in the video for a little bit. I didn't have any English breakfast or Irish breakfast tea. So this is the tea that... Well, what was that, Bliss Bliss?
You said your mom was colonized by the English.
That's not part of Tea with Sophie. Anyway, I like chai tea with or without milk, with or without sugar. I'm drinking without sugar because my diet's very strict about no sugars. But I like it. It's a nice warming blend. And I find it to be very calming and just very homely for me. Well, that's all for now. See you later. Bye. Do not a cat at me. You can hand her to me. Look at the cat. Look at the cat. Look at the cat. Where she wants some pets. Oh, she wants some pets. Oh, we know her. You're so fool. She's my fool. I know her. Mwah. Mommy loves you.